Okay. We have about 10 collectibles that we need to grab real quick throughout Watery here. And then things are gonna get a little nuts. One of them is now up here. The Latte Lagoon. Beautiful coffee world. Home of coffee. Ferris wheel that sounds like it is dying. This way? It is this way. I should have turned quicker. My inventory. My inventory has one space on it. So we're gonna get this and we're gonna run back and dump some stuff in my shoebox.
Oh, another rhyme.
A devil with a prize, like perhaps some jewelry. What the trickster doll? I did. Buttons. Hard. The moose went splash, so we can put the moose. Deer sailed on.
That's it. This is ridiculous.
Spooky.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm gonna need a bigger charm bracelet.
We're back with
We
the
are.
collectathon bit.
Yes, we are still in the collectathon bit.
All right.
The horrifying coffee pot is named Mr. Drippy, though.
Oh, okay. Are you going to have to fight Mr. Drippy? Oh, you got a charm. That's fun.
I don't know if we have to fight Mr. Drippy. At the very least, we haven't. I haven't yet. So
All right. Ugh. Also, I've played more of the Alan Wake. I have one complaint with you and one complaint with the game on a technical level.
with me.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Because one of these streams, I came in and I was like, "Oh, hey, you're back to playing as Saga." Because the last stream I believe had left off while Alan was doing subway things still.
Uh-huh.
And when I came back, I was like, "Oh, you're playing as Saga," and you were like, "Yeah, you didn't really miss that much." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I got through the part with Alan where you do the subway, and then the part after that, and that seems like a lot, actually.
So
Story-wise.
you came in. You came back at the point in the subway, but before I went into Parliament Tower, which is not a lot.
I mean, it's not. Parliament Tower is not a lot gameplay-wise.
But Parliament Tower is
uh,
important. But you didn't ask
yes.
about Parliament Tower. You asked about the subway.
You know, fair enough. But still, now that I've seen that, I've had to reevaluate a bunch of the things I was thinking about plot-wise.
That's
some things have
fair.
happened that I was not previously aware of. I was missing critical need-to-know information. The other thing was the technical complaint was... So there's something happening in this game that happened in another game, but I can't remember what game it was. But I had the same complaint there, which is the map is small, but incredibly densely packed with collectible things. So I feel like I can't walk like 10 feet without the feeling that I'm missing something. Like, I am constantly turning and scrounging places that I've already been because I'm not sure if I'm missing, like, a random arrow that shines when the light hits it, or a chest tucked behind a tree, or... It's like a constant, almost anxious feeling of you are missing something. I know I've had that exact complaint about another game, but I don't know what the game was.
I also don't.
But it was just like there's almost too much stuff in here.
I also don't remember. But,
Yeah, because I know it was the game that I'd talked to you about, and I'd voiced that complaint. But I'm not sure what it was. I just know that it was another game that I'd had there's no time for me to relax. Like, I would like to walk through and just enjoy the areas, but instead I'm eyeing every corner. 4 collectibles. Also, do you know if this game does that thing where it, like, desire sensors or, like, necessity sensors your items pickups?
So I don't know for sure, but it does seem like it kind of RE4, like,
Like, we're gonna give you what you need kind of item drops?
well, we're going to give you what you need, and also if you're doing well, we're going to give you less, and if you're doing poorly, we're going to give you more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
only curious
with the
because
section. I noticed it really big with a section coming up.
Okay. It was hitting me really hard towards the end of Alan in the Subway, where I had an item box that was stuffed full of healing items. Like, I have multiple stacks of both pills and trauma pads and first aid kits in the item box, as well as the ones I'm keeping in my inventory, but, like, a drip feed of ammo at all times. I have so little handgun ammo. Luckily, I did max out the perk that makes me not use bullets, so that's nice.
It's a good perk.
It is. I really like how that works with the other one that makes your last handgun bullet do more damage.
Get really lucky, you can just, dump a lot of
If
high
you get
damage
really lucky,
revolver.
yeah, if you get really lucky, you can get off like 3 handgun shots that all do double damage in a row. It's really nice. That said, also, I find playing as Alan way harder than playing as Saga, and I'm not sure why. Well, I mean, she has a shotgun, so that helps, but...
She has a shotgun, and that helps. I think it's...
More of those kids'
I think his enemies are weaker, though. Like, damage, or maybe his revolver just does more damage. But, like, it seems like the enemies die way faster when I'm playing as Alan, but, like, if one gets to me, I just immediately die.
I don't know, maybe because I haven't taken off Saga's charm that gives her more health. Maybe that's like way more powerful than any of Alan's health upgrades. Because I also maxed out Alan's health as well.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the thing. I haven't maxed out his max health thing yet. I've maxed out the one that gives me more health when I go into the light, which it turns out I shouldn't have done because I've got healing items for fucking days. I assumed those were going to be at a premium. I've also got a weird bug going on where every time I load the game, I get a tutorial pop-up from one of Saga's first sections.
I have been getting that as well, and it's like, hey, if you, a point of interest case
Points of interest,
like,
yep.
And what's funny is it like locks me like the way that because I can't move the camera until I accept it.
Yeah, you have to go past the prompt first.
And with where I save, it will always quick save as soon as I load in. Although, because I started the game slightly before I started the stream because I wanted to mark down what collectibles I was missing to get through this moderately quickly.
Yeah.
I discovered you can go into the mine place and then, so you don't just immediately quick save.
And another lunchbox.
And overcome adversity and achieve your goals. We're gonna max out this shotgun.
That's probably a good idea.
Get the thing that makes it so you get more health.
That was the first shotgun upgrade I got.
She would get through this. She continued.
Again, my biggest concern when I started this was I need ways to heal myself.
As you can tell, I've not done that in my other playthrough.
Ah.
I just got the quick reload and the heal. I didn't do the stun yet. Actually, also, we do have a couple case things to do, because, for example, we have closed this case.
I need to get the clicker to wake and close this damn case before my family gets dragged any further into it.
Well, he's just hanging out at Bright Falls, so, I mean, clearly nothing is going to get to him before I can.
I mean, I don't see how that could possibly happen. And again, this is one of those things where I want to spitball theories now that I've seen a little bit more of the game that I missed when you were streaming. But also, I know that you've seen much more than me.
Oh, I got the trailer park, so I need the one by the light. There we go. Okay. That's the one I missed. Got another thing in the trailer park. Nursery rhyme, which may be the best, at least thus far, maybe the best charm I found.
Oh.
You'll see in a moment here.
I don't really. I got a couple of charms. I don't remember. I know one was the, the revive if you die while you're wearing it thing. And I don't remember what the other charm I got was. I know there's one that increases max HP that you have by default.
Old Stash has no hints and
Charms haven't had,
key.
devastating impacts, but,
yeah,
they're nice.
I will tell an anecdote about this charm that's coming up momentarily once I actually get to it.
A screwdriver is the most powerful item in the game.
It really is. You just jam it in a lock and then pop it one, and then it just opens a lock. I know what I need to do for this, but I want to, show the
process.
The process. Thought it was somewhere in this house. Might be somewhere outside the house. Is there a note? Okay, I don't remember where the note is. But there's a note that's like, hey, I put the key where the flooding won't get to it. And if we just go up here to the top of this watering thing, or the power line, this is the key. Gave up real quickly on that. I'm going to show how to actually get this.
Can't be opened on this side.
To be read. Which way? This one here. Donna's grandson wrote down instructions for me, but I can't.
This is kind of a sad, just old people having technical difficulties radio message, so I'm just going to let that one ride and not stick around and listen to it. But I do want to point out this sweet comic book concept someone made that just says, in space, no one can hear you sing.
Which button did you press? This one right here. Nope, that was.
Does hair do this in space? I want to promise you, does hair do this in space is a question that no comic book artist has ever actually asked themselves.
That's very true.
Can we get Tapio off the line? I need to call.
A literal space opera. Sci-fi musical, alien love triangle, murder mystery. Aliens meets Rear Window, and Sunshine meets The Sound of Music. I'm into Aliens meets Rear Window. I'm not into Sunshine meets The Sound of Music.
Spoilers, this is all actually the pitch for Remedy's next game.
That doesn't shock
They're
me.
making a musical space opera.
Let's press that and see if it.
Well, as long as it's not like Sunshine.
I feel like I saw that movie, but I don't remember at all who's in it. Like, I don't remember the faces of anyone involved.
Michael Fassbender, I want to say, is in that movie briefly or for a while.
That would make sense. Hold on. I'm gonna Google this film. Who the hell was in that?
Directed by Danny Boyle.
It was Cillian Murphy.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Chris Evans?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? Wait, Hiroyuki Sanada was in that movie?
I think he died real early.
Another one of those.
That would make
lines.
sense. Benedict Wong was in that movie, apparently.
Yeah.
Also, Mark Strong. There were a lot of people in that movie that I do not remember at all. being in that movie.
Okay.
Anyway, the nursery rhyme there is that there's a fisherman, but a hungry animal ate all his fish. There's no fish, but there is a candy, so that's like a fish, I guess. Or I think it mentions like his fishy treats or something. So
That makes some
they're
sense.
going more for treats rather than fish specifically. And
candy is shorthand for food.
Yeah. There's a bunch of fish and some taken who are going to jump out and be annoying. Run up on this man.
Why does the taken have to steal someone's fish? Like, they could just go into the water and grab fish.
You'd think.
Stealing fish makes no sense.
Anyway,
Another charm.
This is the Coffee World token, which increases the amount of resources you find.
Oh yeah, that's pretty strong. That seems real good.
My anecdote with that is there was a moment where I fought like 3 taken, and at the end of it I had 60 handgun bullets, and I started with 10.
That's real strong. Yeah, I would just keep that on all of the time.
Yeah. I didn't get the chance to equip it yet because all of a sudden people showed up and attacked me. But we are definitely going to equip that. I'm going to leave the restore health because I don't know about the attack staggering more often. Kind of non-specific. Okay, we got the cult stash in the trailer park, and we got the nursery rhyme in the trailer park. We are missing a cult stash, a lunchbox, a nursery rhyme, and 2 manuscript. I remember where one of them is, and I got the other one in my other playthrough, but I don't remember where it is, so I'm going to cheat once we get there.
Fair enough.
But there are 2 things at the lighthouse. I had 2 next, because it's like right here. Nice picture of the watery lighthouse. Whoa, hello. Large bug suddenly attacks my curtain. But it is now dead.
Another cult box.
Another cult box with another combination line. Got all these wacky things by it. This one, as you can tell by the number 3 on it, the one that goes in the 3rd slot of the lock. Triangles pointing downward. Like the Cult of the Word in the Alan Wake section. Triangles pointing up. Zagging one. And then I'm going to be honest, I did kind of brute force the other one, but...
Well, I mean, if you have 2 out of 3.
If you have 2, it's really not that... but I figure I might as well at least look around. Yeah, I don't see a 1. So we're just gonna be like, well, we got 2. All right, problem solved.
Yay!
A $100 Superstore gift card plus a year's worth of free coffee to whoever can recruit Odin and Tor to the cult of the deer, or the tree. I don't know why I said the cult of the deer.
I mean, they operate out of the O Deer Diner. They wear deer masks. There's a lot of deer imagery. Really got to work on their branding.
So,
I mean, I guess if you saw one in silhouette, then maybe the antlers would look kind of like branches, just tree-like. You know,
yes.
there's something you could workshop it.
Cult stash. Punch. Let's jump to my cheat sheet because I don't remember where this lunchbox is either. Eh. Okay. I do remember where. Now that I. Oh, there's the one. Down there. That's sneaky. Now you know.
There's another lunchbox.
I really enjoy this dumb zombie fanfiction that someone made. My childhood's friend's estranged twin brother. It reminds me of Time Knife in the best way. With his chiseled jaw and smoldering eyes and worn leather jackets. Zombies were easier than choosing between the sensitive friend I had cared for all my life or the intense warrior I had known for one harrowing day. I also do enjoy also, actually, fun fact, that is the last lunchbox in Watery. You found all the lunchboxes around Watery.
Yay!
I like that Saga is also into this weird fanfiction. We've got 2 manuscript pages and a nursery room. Go. I'm gonna check where that manuscript. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I apparently missed it in a very obvious place.
Ah.
Always the fear when I go back and be like, because ironically I did the same thing in my main playthrough where there was a page that I got in this playthrough that I missed in my main playthrough, and it was just on the ground in the way of where we were going at one point, and I was just like, I guess I just didn't look at it for some reason. Actually, I do think this one probably makes more sense because this is on the way around the time the internet was freaking out on the shortened internet freakout stream.
There was other stuff going on.
Yeah. Actually, related to streaming things, I figured out how to turn the dumb heart thing off, so you can actually read the chat now. Hooray! Not that very many people often use the chat, but it's
fair enough.
It's fixed.
It was very annoying.
The Dark Presence tag? Yeah, okay.
Bailey ran around the corner as the street lamps flickered and went off.
Might
It was in
be
front of him.
some
a
ominous
gleaming cloud,
foreshadowing.
a dark, boiling monster. Looking at it felt like what a stroke must feel like. He was sick with fear. He fell. The dark presence ripped into him.
Fuck is
swallowed him,
Bailey?
filled his lungs and his brain
Don't know who
with dark
Bailey is.
water. Bailey saw a snarling face in the darkness. Then he realized it was his own face. He
See,
was
generally
snarling.
speaking, you don't want
He
your
was
lungs
standing
or
in
your
the
brains
street
to
in
be
the
full of
dark,
water,
and he
dark
was
or
snarling.
otherwise.
He
Yeah.
was snarling, he snarled. The monster was gone. The darkness coiled around him in tatters and wisps. He was the monster now filled with rage. He was the monster now filled with rage, he shouted.
I do enjoy the part because this was a thing I had noticed before I picked up this page, but like the Taken in this game will just shout parts of the manuscript at you, and then that one really kind of calls it into, hey, the Taken are shouting parts of the manuscript at you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to mention the subway. The first funny subway poster we noticed that was like you think you can just make stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually what the very first enemy in the first Alan Wake says to you.
Huh.
When Alan is having his nightmare before he actually arrives in town. The first enemy is the hitchhiker that he has the nightmare running over, and he gives you that whole speech about your writing being shit.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think that's also I mean, these games are great for a multitude of reasons, but I do really enjoy that, like, there are parts that you notice if you know, or like me, who is a big fan of these, but I can't, quote them verbatim at you, know?
Mm-hmm.
But in addition, there are also, stuff like that, where it's like you can go back and be like, oh, that thing is exactly that.
Yeah, it's like I watched someone playing the first Alan Wake, and the very beginning of the game, that guy started rattling off that speech, and I was like, oh! Like, it's literally the first dude in the first game. Or technically... Wait, is the first Max Payne now technically the first Alan Wake? How does this work?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. I can't answer this question.
Is there going to be a point where Casey has to save someone, and he does a dramatic dive and goes into bullet time?
God, I hope so.
Because I'm going to be honest, if that happens, I'm going to lose my shit. If that happens, we bring back the best moment category in our Game of the Year discussions.
Oh, we're bringing that back.
Alright.
There's no question about that, even if that does or does not happen, which is why it might be part of the reason why I was like, hey, maybe be here if you're interested.
Well, yeah, you've mentioned repeatedly this is going to be the good one.
At least thus far. Who knows if it gets better than this? Because if it does, that'd be kind of amazing.
Well, I mean, the game has to end, and hopefully they end it with a banger, right?
You'd hope. You'd assume.
Hopefully the end of the story is as good as the build to the end of the story.
This is the most batteries I've ever held at one time.
You've actually got a full stack of batteries. Nice.
Yeah. And in my other playthrough, I never hit
You have
that.
to start dumping things in the shoebox.
Yeah. Page should be somewhere along that I just.
So
But yeah, sorry.
I was gonna ask. So after you get back to town with the clicker, because I noticed there is the whole thing of like you can play Saga or Wake's side of the story in whatever order. So, like, is there a point you're going to hit as Saga where it's like, okay, go play as Alan Wake again, or?
I don't know. I will say my plan for this episode is we're going to continue the pick up flare. I guess I can't. I need to dump some inventory space. We're gonna do the next Saga chapter and the next Alan chapter because, like I said, when I've been playing this by myself, I've been trying to keep them somewhat balanced, just because I'm interested in both sides. And the way that this has gone is you start with 2 Saga chapters back to back, and then 3 Alan chapters back to back, and then you go back to Saga. And I was going to do the Alan chapter, but I was like, well, I kind of want to know what happens. And the next Saga chapter is extremely short.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do the next Alan chapter, which is not extremely short, but pretty short, but also really worth it. And then I've been back in Saga, and that's where I've been. I haven't had super much time to dig up. The other thing is that depending on how quickly this goes, that I may pass myself. This playthrough may become the more forward playthrough, depending. I'm gonna get the last nursery rhyme because I can't tell where the page I missed it actually is. So I'm gonna do the nursery rhyme and use that to fill time while I look closer at the where this stupid page is. I have taken a wrong turn and ended up at the radio center. I need to be our ranger cabin. Also, I think I dumped all that stuff and I didn't pick up... Did I pick up the stuff I had been... Everything's falling apart, is what I'm getting at. I did not pick up the stuff I left. How do I get... Of course, it's the last 2 things that are the quote problem here. I think... Ah, shit. Fucking wolves.
They're a problem.
They really are.
Shadowy or not.
Also, I will say...
I do have one question.
This is the most successfully I've dodged wolves. Sorry, but go ahead.
Because I know you've played more as Alan. Have you got the flare gun yet?
Yes.
Does the flare gun still do that sick thing it did in the first game where everything goes into slow-mo when you fire it?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, come on! The fuck?
It might in a section that isn't the section you get the flare gun, and that's about as...
Okay.
Which is a weird thing to say until we hit the section where you get the flare gun.
Alright.
And then it will make slightly more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think it's the other way. I think the page I missed is this way. There were 2! Because of course there were. If I just run, this wolf not bother.
If you get out of the wolf's aggro range.
I was able to do that with some very angry wolves.
Some of the wolves seem to have like a really specific area where they'll bother you.
Yeah.
Also, the first time I encountered a wolf in this game, I got the achievement for Sicknasty dodging. So that was nice.
Missed this page. Which admittedly, you know, it is kind of hard to see.
What had kept
Yeah,
water
that one blends
afloat
in.
all these years? A century.
So
if
for
not
that
more.
glow they're supposed to emit
The
in the dark.
locals knew the answer.
You know?
Grit. Or as they put it in the language of their Finnish forefathers, sisu. These days, sisu was needed more than ever. The town was fading. It never quite recovered from the lumber mill shutting its doors. Now the fishing was drying up as well. Most people had left to find jobs in other towns. Only the most tenacious stubbornly remained. Dug in. Parasites in the body of the terminal patient. Sisu. Some people tried to resuscitate the town. The Koskela brothers double-handedly warded off the impending darkness with their ventures. Coffee World brought tourists, money, and jobs. Coffee-themed fun for all ages. The Kalevala Knights,
As I mentioned in the chat,
The bikers
I
were
genuinely,
vehicles and
until I
volunteer
looked up
but it wouldn't be
who
enough.
played Ilmo, did not realize that Ilmo and Yako were the same
The end of the
actor.
road was in sight. It was
It
coming
makes
fast.
sense now that you said it.
Yeah,
Like, now that you said it, I can see it.
but that guy's real good. And he is apparently like a decently famous like Finnish movie star, which is kind of amusing.
See, and that's the thing, good for him, because he should be.
Yeah.
Because he's fantastic.
Shotgun ammo, please.
Like, the fact that he plays both brothers is just that much more impressive. So it's like, dude, get that guy in other things. He should be more famous than he is, because he's very good.
He was apparently in that Vikings show that was pretty popular for a while.
Makes sense.
Right. I forgot we didn't. I think because I got cut off due to it being Halloween, I don't think we actually did the nursery rhyme back at the ranger cabin. I just pointed out that the FBC had set it up with the weird wedding picture of the lady and the bear.
Yes. Right. That's where we left off.
Appears to be something here. Fire. Oh no, it's shotgun ammo. I would like that, please.
Some weird Canadian FBC researcher who was way into that book.
I did not know you could get up on the picnic table. That didn't seem intentional.
You know, it's fine.
Yeah.
There have been some chests that, like, due to just positioning, I've had to, like, stand on them and look straight down to pick up the items from inside.
Yeah, I've had that a couple times.
So I think maybe being able to walk up on things is not unintentional.
There's a rhyme over here.
Sometimes this game can be finicky and you need the verticality.
Young woman ventured into the lair, so like a maiden perhaps. But the beast stole her heart like the bear that she married. Anyway, as evidenced by the part where this is Alan Wake and the FBC being real good at, you know, assorted nonsense, it clearly went super well.
I mean, clearly.
A charm. Perfect for my bracelet.
And now you get a charm of the FBC.
Oh, cool.
I really wish the FBC charm had a different effect, because I feel
Yeah.
like I don't tend to attack enemies while undetected very often.
Yeah, like I feel like that'd be better on Alan since he explicitly has like a scope.
Yeah. Anyway, that is all the collectibles in Watery we can get at the moment.
All right.
So, time to trek back to Bright Falls and give this clicker to Alan and wrap this game up early.
I mean, yeah, he said when he got the clicker he could solve this whole problem. So.
Yes. Also, this stump looks like a dog every time I run past it for some reason. And every time
I can see it.
I'm just like...
It looks like a bit of a sad, lumpy dog, but I can see
Yeah, like a sad, like, boxer or something, you know?
Yeah. I was thinking something slightly more terrier-shaped, like with its head kind of pointing down, like a light spot on the forehead.
I think that's what I meant. I'm a cat person. I don't know dog.
It's fine. I don't know much about them. I know a handful of dogs. I know Rottweilers because they look cool. I know Doberman Pinschers because they look cool, and they're always the guard dogs and things.
I know Huskies because a friend of mine has a Husky.
I used to have one. I know Chows because they're adorable.
And I know Dalmatians because they have dots.
I used to have a Dalmatian. Her name was Snowball.
Oh.
She was adorable.
Right, let's get out of these creepy woods. Sure, we'll never come back.
Why would you? We're done here.
Exactly. So long,
Stick a fork in Watery, it's done.
So long, America's Little Finland. This is not...
Your town sucks, Audie.
Oh, I'm so excited. Sorry, I'm just like... I don't know if you know this, but this video game's real good.
I mean, I've heard that about it.
You're about to see why. Not that, like, what's before this has been bad, because it hasn't. It's been very good. But we were operating at, you know, like, 9 to 11, and we're about to hit about a 15 to 17.
All right. See, that's the thing, is like, I've got a list of hopes for what I think would be cool.
I think one of the things you might be expecting, you might be very, you know, pleased and get what you want. One of the things, if you expect this, I'm going to, like, ask you to pick some lottery numbers for me, because...
I mean, look, what I want, like, straight up, what I want is for there to turn out to be a third playable character, and it is Jesse.
Okay, that would be great.
That's my pipe dream. That's my pipe dream. My slightly lower pipe dream is it turns out there's a third playable character, and it is Alex Casey / Max Payne.
Alan Wake.
We were going to chat with Casey.
My slightly lower than that is for there to be a third playable character, and it's Mona Sachs.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Me feel like someone's been watching me.
Anyway, things are about to go not great
What happened to
at the lodge here.
The unanswered mystery.
Oh, the Colt's here.
Never expected to find
It's too bad they picked a fight with Max Payne.
Yeah.
My head's killing me.
Alan, is your head killing you because you were shot in the face by Mr. Scratch?
Their lives and twisting them into your
And you haven't
story.
told anyone that you're
When
dead
someone
yet?
Gets hurt, it's kick-ass material for the next one. Shit! Spilled my coffee. Take it you're not a fan then, Agent Casey. This is not your playground, and I'm not your fucking creation. It doesn't work that way. You can't make something out of nothing, even in the dark place where the rules hardly apply. It's very complicated to make fiction come true. I saw visions of what's happening, what will happen. Dreams. I tried to use them in my writing. I understand how dangerous it is now. Even with a paralyzing amount of planning.
Do you understand, though?
I think I stopped writing. I think I gave up. But there's a manuscript. Maybe I forgot not to write. The dark place makes you forget. I just want to fix this. Find a version of the story that fixes everything.
Shut up! Get down!
Whoop. They shot Casey's coffee mug.
FBI!
Why would you do that?
Bastards.
the rider! No one else needs to get hurt! Fuck!
Hey, what are you doing?
Do it, game. Cowards.
Scratch! He's close!
Stay down!
Wait, I need a gun!
No chance. FBI!
Hey, this is like what happened in New York that time.
Casey! Look out! It's coming!
Mr. Scratch doesn't look so hot.
He really doesn't. He was
His face
very.
is kind of cracking around the edges.
He looked very hot in American Nightmare, but it looks
Yeah.
a little crazier.
I just want to say you have no idea how bummed I am that the game did not just swing the camera around behind Alex Casey
That would have been
and let
so
you do a
good.
bullet time dodge.
Alan, you do not look so good.
What the fuck?
Also, that deer, not looking too good. So, this is a saga chapter, but we are not playing a saga. But fortunately, it is not a third character.
I had escaped the dark
It's
place.
Alan.
So would the dark presence.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if you knew this, but point of interest cases track objects and information that Saga has acquired.
Oh
Track
yeah,
collection
I'd
progress.
heard that.
Strong
I'd heard that a
for
few
minute.
times.
Why didn't he kill me with the rest? What did he want? I needed to find Casey. We were on the same side in this fight. Strength in numbers. I need to protect myself. A gun and a flashlight. How nostalgic. That's Casey. He was still alive.
Whoa, hello. So yeah, unfortunately you don't get a lot of ammo as Alan, and it's, this is not a section of a lot of combat, it is a section of a lot of attempts at combat and a lot of running.
These were the cultists the experts were after. Were they letting themselves be taken? Or did the dark presence not discriminate?
Oh boy. Stay away.
The pressure in my head was unbearable. Scratch was getting closer. Stronger than ever. Casey! Look out! It's him! Scratch!
Well, Alan, it's bad times. There are like two cultists on your ass at the moment.
The pressure eased off. Scratch was further away. I I could think again. Casey. Casey, I'm coming! Fuck.
I'm coming, Casey. I don't have any bullets, but I'm gonna help.
Casey!
But you can shine a flashlight at him.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
FBI, drop the knife! Elmo?
Oh, shit.
Don't understand. FBC, stay down.
Positive ID. Alan Wade. Agent Anderson. Agent Kieran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control. We'll take it from here. Out cold.
Wait. This is my case.
This is no longer an FBI investigation. The case has been transferred to us.
Oh, there's Estevez.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Noted. We're moving the evidence and paperwork from your field office to our base of operation at the sheriff's station. Any other pieces of evidence with you? Anything relevant?
Definitely not.
I can't trust them with it. Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. Then your work here is done. Hey. You did well.
Wait. My partner, Agent Casey's MIA.
We'll look for
He's
him.
my partner, damn it!
Oh,
Agent?
transfer to the FBC.
Go home.
Careful moving weight. They think he's a para-utilitarian.
No. Fuck this. I was so close to getting the clicker to wake. I'm not done here. Not until I find Casey. Not until my family is safe from this horror story.
Anyway, that's that chapter. I got really excited the night I played this, and then just the FBC kind of just crashed in.
I mean, that's always fun.
Yeah. Anyway, related to chapter songs, I need to look up the list. The song is called Lost at Sea. No relation to the Lord Huron song At Sea.
I do really like that song.
It's good. It could be longer, but it's real good. Lost at Sea by Jean Castel. Jean Castel? I don't know. I feel bad. I'm not pronouncing any of these names right. Anyway, it's very relevant to Alan Wake, because, you know, all these songs are. I think I was too excited about the FBC last time. I didn't notice that that song lyric was talking about David Lynch. That's great.
Tor and Odin were in the photo with the clicker. They might know how.
So yeah, what the game wants you to do is to go
I'm off the
forward
case, but I
and
can still visit family.
I don't know if you noticed one of the signs on the way to that we ran into as Alan mentioned the Valhalla nursing home.
Tor and Odin might know something about.
But we're actually gonna 180 and we're gonna do an Alan chapter. We got a
So,
couple.
interesting, all the Ellen chapters are happening as like a prequel to Saga's chapters, right?
I don't know.
It kind of feels that way because it feels like Well, the main thing that made me think that was the fact that the Allen chapters are called Initiation,
which is the second.
which is the name of the book that he had apparently already released.
Yeah.
And the new book
Return
was
is
called
the new
Return,
book.
which is the name
Yeah.
of Sagas. Yeah.
So that would make sense. Nursery rhyme.
Saga already find a bunch of notes between Ilmo and Yako talking about running the cult?
Yeah.
Like, they were talking about the cult stashes.
I think. Hold on, let me go back to the. Oops. To the Bolt case. I need to check my other save file because I might be missing one, but because I feel like in my save file I got a thing that was like, well, Ilmo's definitely in the cult, but I'm not sure about Yako.
Yeah, that's what was just on the picture you posted.
Okay.
The one of Ilmo
Yeah,
wearing
there
the
it
cult
is.
robes on the ground. It says he's definitely in the cult, but what about Yako? And it's like, I feel like you already knew that both of them were, but maybe I'm wrong.
Sometimes you gotta wait for the case board to update.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna run back to the lodge very briefly. Go do an Allen chapter, and it may be a little different because I feel like I can't really hide what's gonna happen, but you really need the sound for what's about to happen. So I'm actually gonna mute us so you can actually hear this.
Okay. All right. I'll crank the volume.
It's very important that you have sound for what's coming. But we gotta get back into the lodge first and...
Oh, okay. Tell me when to crank the volume.
There's a little bit of preamble here.
Okay.
I do like that. I feel like this wasn't here last time, but the Ati and the janitors poster in this room.
Still a good poster.
It's a real good poster. It'll be Alan Wake for a little bit.
Alright. Sometimes you just gotta go into your closet and switch your reality.
Do that all the time.
I was back. I wasn't able to escape. A dark presence had stopped me.
He really looks like John Wick with that suit.
He really does. Well, nothing for it.
Seen the title page of another manuscript. Return. I didn't remember writing it, but it felt familiar. Important. I had to find it. I would write a new draft of initiation to reach.
See, wait, isn't initiation the or no, return is the second one, and then initiation is.
Reaching out from the dark place to get Alice.
Or is it the other way?
Wait, no, I thought Return was the newest. Because when you were on the talk show with Mr. Dorr,
right,
he's talking about, oh, your new book, Initiation. And then he says we're waiting on the third installment of the Hero's Journey trilogy, and he says maybe a book called Return.
Okay.
So Return has not yet been released, quote unquote. Because Initiation is the book he was using to, like, I'm going to astral project into the dark place and see if I can find a way to get out.
I knew how this worked now. I could take control, no more.
And then I think Return is what Scratch edited Initiation into.
So we're gonna do this intro, and then I'm gonna cut the sound.
All right.
The song is called Herald of Darkness, but I like to call this next segment the story of the journey of Alan Wake, the musical. We just do what we always do. We'll chat, but instead of talking, we'll sing it.
From what I've gathered, you grew up nice and sheltered with mama's pretty stories and your own made-up fury.
And mama gave me a magic clicker. Well, yes, I think it's true and fair to say.
So you were drawn to stories early on.
My dreams would light up my imagination.
And you had nightmares night and day.
Yeah, but with the clicker, I chased those frights away.
Who knew?
So true.
So here is a clue of hope to remember. Visions that come true. Bend the lights with string.
And the award goes to Alan White.
And all your stories of crime and chilling thrillers of hard-boiled killers became bestsellers.
It was all too much. I had to get away.
But there is more to it than meets the eye.
I never meant for it to ruin my life that way.
Would you say you let the jaded lie?
Dark shades could never save the day.
So sad.
But true.
Are we done?
We're done.
Ah.
I do have good news.
Oh.
A vision.
I'm lying to you. We're not done.
Such a dark place, am I trapped in here? Is this real? I cannot remember. There was a manuscript, it held a key. A vicious cycle I must not surrender to. Echo scenes to seek out again and to bring this song to its end.
We are done.
Gonna be honest,
And
kind
I
of sad we're
thought
done.
This place couldn't get any stranger.
That could have gone on for a bit longer and I would have been pretty happy.
Yeah. But, you know, who else is a big fan of what just happened? Ati is a big fan of what just happened.
He would be. Hey, Adi, what's up?
Just yelling in Finnish. Not yelling, just muttering to himself in Finnish.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Old weird musical god solidarity.
Yep. And that's the end of that part.
All right then.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's real exciting.
That's pretty good. This continues a pet theory of mine that the real way to beat the darkness is just to change the genre on it.
Yeah.
Like, just refuse to let this be a horror story. Because I maintain that's how Barry survived Game 1. As soon as he came out of that fucking shack wrapped in Christmas lights, darkness had lost. Because that doesn't happen in a horror story and like, the fact that Barry pulled that off means that the darkness had no chance anymore, because it fully flipped into, like, action comedy territory.
Yeah. So the old
old
gods. Yeah.
I'll say it's why the old gods of Asgard are so important, because their soundtrack doesn't fit a horror game at all. As soon as they start playing, it's like triumphant.
The dark place just can't handle it.
Also, I feel like it's really weird to have a musical segment at the end of the musical segment.
You know, we got to get a little more of this Poe song.
Look, I'm not gonna complain about it. The song is very good. More music from this game is a good thing, but it does feel like, you know,
a little like a little not confusing, but like a little extra.
Maybe. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain.
It is also a very big kind of tone shift from the old gods of Asgard to Poe.
Yeah, that's more what I was thinking. Like, I was a little surprised that the musical after that wasn't just their song again.
That would be great.
Or a different song.
Because I think that happened in Alan Wake 1, where you do the big stage fight to Old Gods of Asgard music, and then the credits for that episode is... I don't think it's the same Old Gods of Asgard song, but it is an Old Gods of Asgard song. So, remember when you were talking about how you were, like, looking at the save data? To see if there was anything, you know, from my further along playthrough? That was what it was. I wasn't... And I was like...
Because I knew the chapter... there was a thing that was called, like, We Sing or whatever.
Yeah. But, like... That was what the save slot was showing, and I was like, I can't do that. That's not okay. So I did switch, because when you switch back to Saga, it will show the chapter that she's in. Which is weird, because technically, I guess because we finished that chapter, but we haven't started the next chapter as Alan. Is maybe what the catch there is.
Yeah.
Anyway, now that we've had a lovely musical, yeah, you can see the FPC moves quick. All the stuff is just gone.
They can't confiscate things off of your mind board.
That is very true. Anyway, we are genuinely dangerously close to
bypassing your other save.
Yeah. But if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
I didn't... So that thing you were mentioning about feeling like, you know, you're missing something was a big part of me walking through these woods to get to the Valhalla nursing home that they point towards. I only found 2 cult stashes on my playthrough, so I'm just gonna try and... or 2 or 3 cult stashes. So we're just gonna hit those up on our way to our way to Valhalla. Okay.
I was gonna say, are the cult stashes marked due to those maps you hit?
They are marked due to the maps I hit in the cult hideout at the Kalevala Knights shop. Which is very useful, except for the part where most of the cult stashes in like downtown Bright Falls are behind locks I can't open yet. Oh, that's a. And there's like at least one cult stash back in the pottery. It's also like that. Telephone.
Hello?
Saga, it's Tor, your grandfather. About time you were coming to visit, kiddo.
How did you know I was coming to see you?
Never mind that. We have bigger problems. We're losing. Oh, fuck! Fuck you fucking hag! Fuck!
Well, that's not gone well.
Something is off at that nursing home.
Also, technically, I could have jumped realities in this safe room, but, you know. I am mimicking my actual playthrough somewhat closely.
Another thing that I think is interesting and kind of foreboding is I feel like nobody's mentioned Barry.
Hold that thought.
Okay. Because I've been waiting for that, because he was important in the first game to some degree. And then here it seems like everyone's just been, like, conspicuously not bringing him up, even though he was, like, last seen touring with the old gods.
Well, actually, it does remind me, I think I missed a... Like this Authie.
The Valhalla Nursing Home, founded in 2014.
You may learn about what happened to Barry sooner rather than later.
That makes sense, considering that I believe the Control DLC is what really sells nursing home.
Flip-flop to be their farewell tour. Cut short. Cancelled. As their agent, Barry Wheeler had managed to coax a few hit songs out of them before that. Balance Lays the Demon, a couple of others.
We're just gonna conspicuously not name one.
The backstage parties got out of hand. The air was thick with smoke. Wheeler squinted. His migraine flared, booze and drugs. A rock and roll cliche. They ran off after every gig. Wheeler had security track them down to the craziest after parties.
I thought that one went a little bit more in depth, but I guess it is a different manuscript.
I know the Control DLC talked about, like, Barry became their agent, took him on the return tour or whatever, and then, like, they would party so hard that it would be weeks before they recovered. And it was, Barry just was like, they're gonna fucking die, so I have to stop them.
Another locked box.
Says... Oh, my inventory is full. That's a problem.
I should have used that shoebox.
I should have used that shoebox. Oops. I will say if we do catch up, it's actually kind of decent, or it's kind of, I would probably say it's a good thing because I did this part at like 3 a.m. last night, and got really jump scared by one of the weird taken face that they make at you.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully now that I know it's coming, I will not jump quite as hard. But also, I somehow doubt that. That at the moment. Going the right way. Damn. And then slightly afterwards, I got really jump scared again by something that probably was meant to be like a little creepy, but probably not quite as creepy as I made it. Also, we have rifle ammo now, but no rifle with which to put it in, which worries me that I have missed a rifle somewhere, based on how I found a lot of shotgun ammo and then didn't have a shotgun for that Nightingale fight, and that was real irritating until I went back and got a shotgun.
Shotguns are handy. Go figure.
We are gonna dump this stuff back in the rifle ammo, because I think I just shot the dead wolf again. Trying to whip the... Oh wait, you're not dead. I thought you were dead. Out of here. I believe this cult stash is a cult stash that was previously mentioned, but we didn't actually... They did these in a weird order. I believe the one that asks about the battery amperage, when you open it up and the guy's talking about how he can't do math in his head because he's not Ada Lovelace, mentions a car one. Behold, a car one.
Oh no.
Which you gotta go back to your high school math days and remember that you can solve variables with solve equations with two variables if the variables are related to one another, and then you can solve one equation and then to go back to the first one and solve the other equation. I have gone ahead and done this for you.
Oh, thank you.
The answer is 177.
Nice.
I feel like this note on the inside was written by Ilmo, of just need to go bigger.
This is one of those things that will eventually be revealed, I'm sure. I'm really curious what Ilmo's deal is. What was the point of all this?
That's a great question.
Because, like, they were trying to make Taken? But that doesn't make any sense. Because they explicitly mentioned that the only victim that turned into a Taken was Nightingale, and
they
he's the one
fucked
that
it
got
up.
interrupted.
Yeah.
So the clicker in the chest doesn't make Taken, it does something else. But then in the cult hideout, you find a thing that was like ritual for Taken.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I almost wonder if, because I feel like what's gonna end up happening is the cult of the tree was like some, like. So I feel like Ilmo's cult of the tree and the cult of the tree in the video game that attack you are very different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of the feeling I'm getting.
Where, like, the Cult of the Tree was
Like,
just like a bunch of forest rangers getting together and drinking beers and going into saunas.
But I'm also wondering if they actually did know shit about the
Thor
woods
and
and
Odin claim to be
darkness
my
and shit like
family.
that, because there were a lot of people in the first
I know
game
Logan and
who
I
were
never
kind of
lived
in
here.
the know.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough about my
Like,
family
I think
history
they
to say
mentioned
they're
in
not my
Control,
relatives. Mom
the
only ever said
sheriff
my
of
grandfather
Bright
was
Falls
bad.
was, like,
Yes.
connected to the FBC.
The less
Yes.
I knew about him, the better.
Like, there were locals who knew about this stuff. So part of me is curious if, like, because he mentions, like, I want people to shit themselves if they think about going in the woods. Is that they want people to be afraid that there are weird murder stuff, things happening in the woods, so that they stay out and are safe?
That does seem to be the most kind of logical reading of that, but then it just got
But
corrupted
then also
by Scratch
the
or
murder.
something.
Well, interesting thing though, like, so what? Oh wait, actually, something I just thought of. Maybe it's a ritual for Taken, not to make them, but to stop them, to destroy them.
Maybe.
Because
That makes
Nightingale
sense.
came out of the lake. Everyone went missing in 2010. They were all already in the lake.
Yeah.
When they came out, they would already be taken. So maybe that ritual is how they used the clicker, which, blew up the Taken last time. Oh, yeah, because remember, Alan shoved the clicker in Barbara's heart and clicked the thing, and it destroyed her.
Yep. Yep.
So maybe,
Yep.
maybe the whole Cult of the Tree is destroying the Taken when they come out, and they are, like, presenting the bodies as like, oh, we totally murdered these people. Stay out of the fucking woods, everybody.
I thought there was a lunchbox in it. Might be mixing
The
this
only
up
thing
with the
that-
trailer park.
The only thing that makes me doubt that is the two dirtbag cops were part of the Cult of the Tree, and they were dirtbags.
Maybe they're part of the dirtbag part of the Cult of the Tree.
Maybe.
Not the Ilmo part.
Well, it also makes me think that, like, because they were going to shank Alan. Alan also came out of the lake in a way.
Yeah.
Like, if they know... Because I'm still not sure what Alan's deal is. Part of me thinks the Alan you are playing as is Mr. Scratch. And that Alan has pulled some kind of weird mind whammy on himself when they are in the same body or something.
That would make some amount of sense, especially with the way he reacted in that really short chapter where the FBC show up.
Yeah, also just like the whole thing of like, oh, Alan passed out because Mr. Scratch was close by. And then when he woke up, the whole room was covered in blood and gore, and so is he, but he's fine.
Like Moon Knight up in here.
Yeah. Also, there's just a lot of little stuff throughout. Like, there's that poem on the wall as Alan in, like, his second chapter, or start of his third, where it keeps mentioning things like writer of the first word and not the last, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder if the whole deal is that Alan, like, dies before he finishes the story, and, like, Scratch and or some kind of copy or facsimile of Alan is the one who finishes the story.
Agent Estevez had pulled rank on her, stonewalled her, shut her out of her own case.
I don't know. I'm right now. I'm really on the. I think Alan is
She
all.
needed answers. Tor and Odin Anderson would have some. A family visit, then. No
That
one
would
could
make
blame her
sense.
for that. Saga was trapped in a horror story.
Also, especially with the quote at the start about
like the darkness of a mental illness.
Sometimes stories have endings and they're not what you want them to be, or whatever it was at the start of this game.
The thing is, though, I think they'll still twist it to be a pseudo-happy ending. Like, I feel like if there is some kind of thing where there is, like, a copy of Alan out there, I think the copy will continue to live on.
Well, if you can make an evil copy, surely he can make a good copy.
Well, I think that's what Alan did when he was exploring the... Like, in his
American
initiation
Nightmare?
chapters when he was exploring.
Oh.
Because they mention in the talk show, Mr. Door is talking about, and he's like, astral projection. Did I get that right? And Alan's like, yeah. You nailed it.
Yeah.
So it's like, because he mentioned that, like, Alan is in the room writing the story, but is also exploring the dark place. And then whenever Alan gets to the room, he's dead. And Mr. Scratch has apparently killed him and, like, replaced the story. And it's like, I'm wondering if the whole deal is that Alan has already made, like, a copy that is kind of acting in his place, but he's gone. And, like, that's what you are.
Hello, Rose. Thought I'd swing by, see the family.
I don't know. This could go a lot of ways.
Not a bad time,
Yeah.
is it? Oh, no.
Is that Rose?
That is Rose.
You know,
Okay.
tidying the
Diner lady and nursing home
I'm
nurse.
so glad you're visiting again, Saga. But Odin and Tor can't see anyone today.
You seem nervous, Rose. What's
I was
up?
just on the phone
Yeah,
with
something
Tor.
seems a little fishy.
He invited me over. Sorry, they had a little too much fun on our trip to Watery and need to rest. I need an excuse to get in and talk to them. That's too bad. Okay if I say hi to the other residents before I go? Sure. They always love visitors. Come on in.
The facial animations
Not
on Rose
smart
are
to be
really good.
outside when the sun goes down. I love the architecture.
Like, they're good on everybody, but I
Really
notice it
living
more
in a
with her.
haunted
She's very
Victorian
expressive.
manor. You say that like it's your first time here.
Sorry, I'm gonna just leave my
Here's
flashlight
some of our
on.
residents, or as I like to call them, our little
Because
bugs. Look who swung by, everyone. Norman, clothes.
I do
Whenever I
have,
run into Mr. Quantum Break, I tend to turn my
we have a
flashlight
visitor.
off to be polite.
Where are your clothes?
I do have bad news. If you turn off the nudity, this man is not nude.
Another day in
Still
no
just
time.
has his towel on.
Oh,
I
okay.
should really get back
Even
to
though they're
glad that
talking
you checked
about
but feel free to spend some time with them.
clothes.
It's good for them to have company.
Mm-hmm.
Tor and Odin are here somewhere. Need to find them. Do either of you know where I could find Tor and Odin?
Odin is sleeping upstairs, but your grandpa's been acting crazy. He got electrocuted when he smashed the telephone.
Don't make up stories. Tor went loopy and smacked himself in the head with that...
Oh, that Tor and his hammer.
Tor is hurt. Something's wrong with him. Was Tor hurt badly?
He never let go of that hammer when he got electrocuted. It looked like a bolt of lightning hit him. Wham! Zap!
Thank goodness Blum took the hammer away from him. It's not Tor's hammer, no matter what he keeps saying.
I mean, I feel like if anything, that would help
Blum
him.
has his moments, even if he is a Russian.
Whoa.
Hey, you can't say stuff like that.
Nah, man. You gotta get the hammer back to him.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be part of this. I've not actually... Like I said, we're approaching where I stopped, so...
Yeah.
But I do feel like part of this chapter is going to be giving a hammer to Tor.
I don't know. It is what it wants to be. Taking a break from making those little ornaments for Rose.
Little ornaments for who now?
I dabbled when I was
The
pregnant.
person who's way into Alan Wake and writes fan fiction
How
about
knitting me some underwear?
hanging out with a hot writer
Mark from you, Norman, and I'll put this
who could be
needle in your
leaving
ear.
those Alex Casey lunchboxes in places
That are all surrounded by, like, rocks with, like, sweaters on them.
Yeah, and hanging
Yeah, the little, like, God's Eye Dreamcatcher things.
yep.
They taught us how to make those way back when in, like, 2nd, 3rd grade.
Okay. Explore
This
this.
is your home. You don't need to keep cleaning. I take that mop away, but I know you'll just find it again.
Don't steal Ati's mop.
What a once after being told no. Why rest when you are poor to work? Agree.
And you know Mr. Blum doesn't like it when you take his work clothes. Why don't you go pick a song from the jukebox?
Yes, box holy Ray. Just thinking about it makes my dance foot waggle. Oh, kyllä näin on.
So I guess Ati also lives in Valhalla. He's not hanging out at the FBC and other thing.
Put on a wonderful performance this afternoon.
You said I'd been here before. When was the last time I visited? Let's see exactly
Wait, this
what
is
she remembers. Oh, it's been years.
this is Old Gods of
I was
Asgard.
so sad when you left. After the accident.
I don't remember the name of the song, but this is the Witch's Cabin Key song that we mentioned like 2 episodes ago.
Remembering wrong. She's at home watching Night Springs with her father.
Is that when Balance slays the demon?
I thought that was the one from American Nightmare.
It's useless.
I could be wrong.
I need to stop the story.
I've got to go look this up.
Mandy Man Norman said Tor is hurt. Why didn't you mention that earlier?
Oh wait, is it
Poet and the
Poet
Muse? Yeah.
A little bump on his noggin?
Yeah, that's the cabin key one.
The residents like to exaggerate.
Uh-huh. I need to check Tor's room.
For whatever reason, like, this didn't happen in my other playthrough. Like, I didn't get that scene with her telling Ahti to stop mopping.
Huh.
Hello there.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Video games.
Hey, Fasin, name won't make the man worse. Even a Swedish name. I'm Ahti.
Hey, Ahti.
Anything good on that jukebox?
We try to do good, but only Prime comes out. Music from my Swedish brothers, old gods of Asgard.
I do enjoy that he calls the Old Gods of Asgard his Swedish brothers.
Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where I could find the Andersons?
Oh, you can never know where. Only a seaman can know that. But even the seaman can't know everything.
Fair enough. Thanks anyway.
Man,
Band?
this is a great song.
No. Perkele saatana, en ollut en. Not so much sweet that it fills the whole stomach.
Oh, wait. Also, this is actually kind of decent foreshadowing at the moment. I just realized. For a thing, it's foreshadowing for a thing that's going to happen in, depending on how I go, anywhere from 30 seconds to like 4 minutes. But, before we head upstairs, there's a couple last minute. Like, watch this ad from the Koskalas.
Perfect morning in paradise. I agree, Ilmo.
And I will say, maybe Googling Old Gods of Asgard lyrics was a mistake.
Did you find, like, new
They-
songs or something?
They may have more new songs than I expected this year.
Hey.
I did. My perfect morning is ruined.
Oh shit!
Love this coffee ad.
Did you just drink regular brand coffee?
Yeah.
Hey, what's that sound?
If only we had better coffee.
Only this friendly eagle will deliver us some new coffee.
Oh wow! I've heard that the health
Is he delivering it in a cool oh dear thermos?
He is.
eyesight, better
Oh,
lovemaking,
Andy.
and deeper connection to animals.
I really like that very long disclaimer when he talks about the health benefits of this coffee.
How does it taste, Jaco?
Also, I feel like maybe you don't want to list the libido and improved connection to animals right next to each other, but you know, you do you.
Yeah. I love this bit.
Here, right here in the Pacific Northwest from coffee beans that are sourced locally in Puerto Rico. Today at Coffee World and the Old Deer Diner. And don't forget to try the delicious brunch special this month only for Deer Fest.
Locally in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys are fantastic.
They're
I'm
so
out of here, this
good.
guy.
Oh, I love this video game so much. Anyway, hey, remember that fun cardboard cutout of Alan Wake? There he is.
The most surprising thing about this is that you did not find that cardboard cutout lying in a bed.
You're not wrong. Longing internally.
Oh no. Oh, this shrine.
Sweet teen magazine interview with Alan Wake. He looks like In that picture, he looks like the guy from a show called Republic of Doyle. How's your life changed since your books became so popular? I have to do a lot more magazine interviews. Alan Wake, the bad boy of fiction. Punching photographers in the face. There's Alan Wake. Wake's literary agent Barry Wheeler has indicated he has no information to provide. So many copies of Alan Wake books.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
Another lunchbox. Who could have made these lunch boxes? I wonder.
There is no telling. I kind of wish the note in that one wasn't finished.
Yeah. Actually, how
just
many...
to really hammer it home.
I got 20 pages. Let's upgrade something.
That's a lot.
I don't know about auto fire for a pistol. That upgrade does not seem very good to me.
Are there any cool upgrades for your crossbow?
There is. I really like the one that lets you fire 2 shots, and I also like the one that lets you charge the crossbow bolt.
Oh, both those sound pretty good.
I think I actually prefer the crossbow, the charge one, just because, at least for me, it's easier to just hold the button down, aim, and release to fire than, aim and fire real quick, you know?
Yeah. No, I get that. No, I will say there's that dumb magnetic pull ability.
Yeah.
That plus the auto fire on the pistol would be really funny if there was an enemy that actually soaks up that much damage.
That actually would be...
Of just, stick a bolt in, a boss, and then just dump the entire pistol clip.
I do like that for whatever reason in the Mind Palace we have all of the Mayor Setter campaign slogans just hanging out.
Mayor Setter, true secret villain.
Yep. Also, this great picture of Sam Lake cleaning dishes.
Yep.
I realized I don't think we'd ever really gone through the.
But whenever I
the Mind Place.
Fun. There's still some stuff to get. There's nothing in this drawer.
I do think it's interesting, and again, I don't know how the story's going to develop really, but I think it's interesting that everyone else seems to be getting affected by the story, rewriting the past, but Saga isn't.
Yeah, so
I thought it would be kind of cool if her mind place was actually changing as the story went on.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
That's a thing that may happen in about 5 to 10 minutes. Just hold that thought. So yeah, the Valhalla Nursing Home was established by the Old Gods Foundation, originally built in 1965 for the Finnish filmmaker Thomas Zane. He's a poet. God damn it! I still don't understand this part.
Well, I feel like they've said multiple I want to say there was a thing that said there was just someone who coincidentally had a filmmaker with the same name or something like that.
No, because in Control, Jesse is talking about, oh yeah, Tom Zane the poet.
Yeah.
I mean the filmmaker.
Yeah, and then there's also, so that's the other thing. I'm pretty sure the guy on the phone who talks to Alan is Thomas Zane from Control.
Okay.
It sounds like that guy's voice. Because I recently rewatched the Control DLC. And there's the scene in the Control DLC where Tom Zane is talking to Alan, but Tom Zane looks just like Alan Wake.
Huh.
But has a slightly different voice.
Anyway. So I did read a thing that I don't think Barry actually shows up in this game, kind of outside of just this. So I guess he just made a nursing home and is going off doing agent things for someone else at the moment.
All right. Yeah.
Which,
it's kind of a bummer.
It's kind of a bummer. But at least
I would like to see Barry come back.
That would be great.
Like, I would like to see Barry show up and just be like, why did none of you idiots ever wrap yourselves in Christmas lights? It works. It's foolproof.
Really enjoy Gods of Asgard post.
They're very good.
I have so many. I have never had this many batteries since, like, Alan Wake 1.
See, that's why I was curious about whether or not the game is, like, dumping stuff you need at you. Because I feel like sometimes it doubles down on what you've already got to a ridiculous degree.
Yeah. Like, that's how, like, I'm pretty set for handgun ammo in my other playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to grab one thing. Hold on. It's a very important thing.
All right.
Oh, there it is. It's the map. I need that.
Yeah, that's probably important.
Somewhere on the second floor is down. That's where we're going first, because that's the save point, and I need to clear up inventory space. Something fierce.
True. Also, I'm not sure if you're sticking to this strictly, but it is about the 2-hour mark.
So where I got to is not that much farther, so we're gonna hit that point.
We're gonna catch up.
Yeah.
All right.
Stack these batteries. I don't need 3 things of flares in my inventory at the moment.
Probably not. If you end up using 6 flares in one combat encounter, I feel like there are other problems.
Yeah. I'm gonna... Okay. Oh wait, actually, remove the propane tank. Ugh, propane tanks.
I mean, they're not the best.
Okay. Sorry. Out. Killer. Here to pet.
Such a shame.
I haven't gone through and looked at the achievements, but if there's not an achievement for petting 10 deer, I don't know what we're doing here. Also, 10 is just an arbitrary number. There's not an achievement for petting some amount. So this is somewhat important.
Very old. The government built a bunker here during World War II to watch the ocean for Axis navies and who knows what else. Ever since they sealed the bunker, it's been a hot spot for teens.
Those teens.
Motel and spa, they call it. Ironically, I believe.
A World War II bunker.
There to enjoy their beer and their vapes and electronic cigarettes. Ridiculous. The future is.
Teens are pausing to vape at the Ocean View Motel.
So, the teens would drink there. Do other stuff that isn't appropriate content for you listeners at home, but the bunker has a tendency to flood, especially during the winter. In the 90s, a group of teens went down there one Saturday night and got a little drunker than usual. The teens noticed one girl, Nora Hesberg, was missing. They figured she just went home. When Nora's folks didn't find her in her bed the next morning, they called the police. The authorities, they searched the bunker, and We found poor Nora floating in one of the flooded passages. She had a real talent for music. Folks say they still hear her singing in the nursing home. Nowadays, teens think the bunker is haunted. That doesn't stop them from going there. The police have tried to lock it up, but you know young people, they're persistent. Now, as for myself, an impartial journalist, I have lived here at the Valhalla nursing home for 5 years, and in that time I have never heard Nora's singing. Just the humming of a certain neighbor of mine who has an inexplicable love for Finnish tango.
I enjoy the divisiveness of Finnish tango among people in Bright Falls. But also, it was very fun last night when I walked in, saw him doing a radio broadcast, like, oh, I'll just not bother him. And then he mentioned the Ocean View Motel, and I was like, wait, excuse me? Hold,
Never mind,
please?
gotta stick around.
Hold, please. There we go. Can't go into the Old Gods of Asgard Museum and Hall of Fame, which is very unfortunate.
I mean, yet.
Yet. I should clarify, we can't go in there yet. Here's Tor's room.
This is Tor's room.
Tor's got a trauma pad for me. Tor had a bad time.
Seems like it. I mean, last we checked on Tor, it seemed like he was in the process of being possessed by the darkness.
More moonshine. Was this a drunken rampage? This place is a mess. And Tor's not here. I need to keep looking.
We can bump into Donna and she just yells at you.
Excuse me.
I think this is the lady from one of the radio bits earlier on.
Performing mental and physical strengthening exercises, do you? I thought not.
Sorry. Don't mind me.
I'm gonna steal your bullets, though. Bye, lady. He doesn't say that much. Anyway,
Odin's in bad shape.
here's Odin's room. Odin's not doing too hot,
He was drunk and watery.
but he does appear to
Or is
be
this something
writing a
more
new song.
serious?
Where did I put the eye?
That woman in the painting looks like Mom.
Look at the little baby Saga.
Was I born here? Or is this more of the story? Can you hear me, Odin?
Odin's not
Odin
doing too
Allison?
hot.
Can you hear me? I need to ask you a couple of questions.
Gotta give him more moonshine.
Odin? He's in no shape to talk.
Before we profile, I'll board it up real quick. With connection to Tor and Odin is right. Now let's profile Odin.
Odin's in rough shape. What happened to him?
These are our twilight years. There's darkness in the water. We have our little tricks. And so do you.
What's happening? It's never felt this way before.
You're all grown up, Saga, dearest. And you're back just in time. The forces of
My
darkness
mind
are
place,
getting
not
ahead of
yours.
us. We're too old and
Rude.
weak. You have the power in you, like all Andersons.
What was that? He wasn't a projection. Odin was really here. We were connected. Are they really my family? Is that why this is happening? I've never connected to someone like this in my mind place before. How is this happening?
I was glad to answer your call. Vikings are born travelers. You are a seer. You can see the truth. But your grandpa will want to tell you more himself. Wouldn't want to steal his thunder.
Odin's got jokes.
Thor is in danger. You can save him.
Is my mind place more than just a mental technique?
Boom.
Sometimes my mind place even baffles me. Is this the reason? Is there something more than intuition behind it? One thing at a time. Tor is in trouble. Once I help him, he can maybe tell me more.
So I forget which one of these, I think it was that one, was the one where I went, I don't know if I'm jumping to conclusions or not, but based on the fact that they brought up the Ocean View Motel, and, like, being a seer is something that is apparently recognizable, I wonder if seers are somehow connected to the Ocean View Motel, and this is just a room in there somewhere.
I can feel it. Is he in his room? It wants to take him, and then take me.
Fun fact, did you know that the name Saga is the name of an Old Norse goddess?
I was not aware of that.
Which means seer,
Does Prince of
or
Darkness
seeress.
Is Tor
Okay.
I need to find
Thanks, Sam Lake.
Stop this before more people get hurt.
She's a goddess associated with the location of a very Old Norse word that is hard to pronounce that means the sunken bank or treasure bank.
But we'll drink with anyone who's offering. The cult's been on our asses to join for years. But we already have our band. And those damn fools don't know what they're dealing with. No wonder they want a pair of legends.
Tor and Odin are not part of the cult.
Good news, Tor and Odin are not in the Cult of the Tree.
Special about Tor and Odin. I'm starting
Good to know.
see it too. I found Wake's clicker. What can you tell me about it?
Cut off from Tom's lamp. It washed to the shore.
Found Alan's clicker. And then he's just like, oh, it's Tom's lamp.
Is like an amp.
What?
You can play rock and roll without it, but you won't blow anyone away. Art, like Tom's writing, can change the world. But the light switch will crank that change to 11.
The clicker has the power to change the story. To save Logan. This confirms what Wake said. I can't let Scratch get his hands on the clicker. By Tom's writing, Odin must mean Wake.
Yeah, but why though? Why does he mean Tom? Damn it.
The clicker makes Wake's writing change reality. Can I trust him with that much power? Not sure I have a choice. Tor is
I would
okay.
not trust Alan Wake with much.
Something is
I'm not gonna
definitely
lie.
going on here.
Yeah.
Tor is not okay.
Tor and Odin Anderson, not cult members.
Yay.
Thanks, Odin. Feel better, buddy. Alright, there's like two more things to hit. Like the fact that there's now a lady over here. A lady you may remember from Alan Wake 1.
This will put a smile.
Is it
back
an
on
old
your
lady?
face,
Can you
my
punch her?
dear.
It's a different old lady.
Oh, okay.
She's one of them. There must be an overlap here somewhere.
That happened differently in the other... Because I was able to talk to her, and she was like, oh, I'm Cynthia. Because that's the lamp lady. And then she's like, oh no, my lamp's gone missing. And Saga's like, oh, I'll help you find it. And that's when she went all crazy and did the taken face at you. And it made me...
this time it did it early.
It did it early to spook me even harder. But yeah, at 3 in the morning, that was very unsettling. Tell you that for free.
I'd imagine. This game really likes to throw the taken faces at you.
It really does. And Poker Face in Mandy May's room, where you can see she knits a lot of God's Eye decorations.
Oh.
And has some bullets. Poker Face in Norman's room, who's the naked guy. Well, not naked, he's wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Got 2 TVs for some reason.
Look, sometimes you want to watch 2 things at once.
I mean, that's fair. To be fair, I have 2 TVs in my room. So I'm not one to judge. Have Ati's room. Can't get in. And we have this room that, yeah, that looks vaguely familiar. Can't get in there either. And then I turned around and Ati was just there, and it made me jump again at 3 in the morning.
Those who wait. But in the end, stand the thanks.
Sheesh, didn't see you there.
And that's about where I got to, so that's where we're gonna call the stream, so I don't spend a lot of inordinate time getting lost. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 100% sure where I'm supposed to go at the moment. Oh, I guess I need to talk to Rose. There we go. There's the answer.
Alright.
So next time we will talk to Rose as soon as I can find the lodge. Oh, there it is. The lodge. The lounge. Do that. I don't need to... no, I'm gonna put the batteries away, just because it's... Put the batteries away. And make a manual save. That one. You can see that I got lost for about 2 hours and 40 minutes. We've saved about 2 hours and 40 minutes on the stream playthrough. But I'm just getting my speedrun timing down, you know? Anyway. See you guys later see you guys tomorrow with some more Alan Wake 2.
It's good.
This is a good video game. I was really excited about those 2 chapters, and I did them, and guess what? They're still very exciting.
They're very good.
Anyway.
I'm still holding out hope for playable Alex Casey with bullet time mechanic. I don't think it's going to happen, but man, if it did.
It'd be great. Maybe it'll happen next time. Who knows? Good night, everybody.